What's going on YouTube? ProfessorOaksAide here, welcoming you back to another episode of our Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green 151 Nuzlocke Let's Play. So last episode, we pushed our way through Seafoam Island up Route 20 and all the way over here to Cinnabar. Admittedly, we've been here before to get Dragoon earlier on in the playthrough, but I just pushed up. What's the route above here? Let's find out. I can't remember. Route 21. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, if we just pushed to the end of Route 20. So we came down Route 21 the time before, avoided all of the trainers down there, and we just wanted to get to the lab to get Dragoon revived from the old Amber. So I didn't just want to fly back, I wanted to go through, do it all properly. So we pushed up Route 19 and Route 20 and over here to Cinnabar. So we'll kick things off. We'll have a quick look at the team. So currently leading the team, we have Dragoon, as I've already mentioned, who currently knows Wing Attack, Rock Tomb, Crunch and Fly. Next up, we have Pea Shooter, our Victory Bell, who knows Bullet Seed, Growth, Knockoff and Sleep Powder. Next up is Tesla, our Electrode, who knows Thunderbolt, Swift, Charge Beam and Shockwave. Following Tesla's Levi, our Gyarados, who knows Aqua Tail, Ice Fang, Dragon Dance and Surf. Next up, Knuckles, our Sandslash, who knows Dig, Sword Stance, Rock Slide and Strength, and finally, rounding out the team is Kitsune, our Ninetales, who knows Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, Extra Sensory and Will-O-Wisp. So we're going to be taking on the Cinnabar Mansion here, so I'm just going to switch Knuckles to the front. I mean, it didn't make too much of a difference, but Knuckles hasn't really been used too much recently. So we're going to lead with her. In fact, before I go any further, something else I want to talk about. Last episode 30, I had the worst trouble I've ever had with the YouTube uploader. I was trying for 5 or 6 hours. It would upload 2% at a time and then stop, and I had to cancel it and put it on again. And it kept going like that incrementally. It got up to about 90% 3 times and then said that it was corrupt. So annoying. I had to just basically admit defeat and leave it at the end, and finally managed to get it uploaded. It still took an hour and a half this morning to get it uploaded, but it's now up and it's live, and I want to apologise about that. But one quick thing, I do actually have, it's down in the description, I do have a Twitter account where I talk about the videos that I'm doing. I normally just announce the videos on it, but if I'm ever going to have a delay of any kind, that's where I'll be announcing it. It's the easiest way for me to get out to you guys and let you know when there's a video coming and whether it's been delayed or not. So if you want that information and you want to know what's going on, or you want to talk to me in any way, message me up on Twitter, let me know. Anyway, so we're going to kick on with Cinnabar Mansion, the Burn Mansion. We'll clear out the bottom floor first. In fact, here is our encounter for the mansion. So Weezing is who we are going to be adding to our team. I'm going to hit with a strength and hope that we don't knock it out. Well, that's nice. We do less than half, which means one more strength won't. Oh, unless we hit a critical here. Yeah. Oh my god, self-destruct. Knuckles absolutely ate that up. Wow. Good job, Knuckles. Unfortunately, we lose our encounter due to self-destruct. I wasn't expecting that. I probably should have been, knowing it was a what's it called? A Weezing. They always have self-destruct. Oh, that would have been really cool to have in the box. Oh well. We'll carry on through here. We'll just carry on pushing through. Oh well. Let's grab this item up here. So who's this? A Raticate. Well, I guess it could have been worse. We could have caught a Rattata or a Raticate. Actually, no, we couldn't have, because we have got Joey in the box. Obviously, we're running the Duke's Claws, so we wouldn't have been able to catch a Rattata or a Raticate. But there we go. So we're getting hit with another strength. Raticate should go down. It does. We gave 530. I might not attack. I might not fight too many of the wild Pokemon. I did buy some Super Repels. I think I'm just going to crack one and we'll just take on the trainers here. not too fussed about leveling up much more. I think we're at a sufficient level to take on Blaine, so we don't need to worry too much about that. And the traders will give us enough XP just to get up to all of the team up to level 45. Wow, you startled me. I thought you were a ghost. Nope, no ghost, just a up-and-coming trader. Youngster Johnson. Doesn't really sound like a youngster's name, Johnson. So surely it's a surname rather than a first name, and it sounds a bit like an old man's kind of name. I mean, maybe. Sorry if I've offended anybody by saying that. Just to me, it just doesn't sound like a youngster's name. I guess maybe I'm behind on the times, but yeah. Anyway, he's got 2 Ekans, maybe an Arbok as his final. I guess we'll find out. He gets the Intimidate drop, which drops our attack. We're going to hit with another dig. So we dig a hole. He goes for Mud Bomb, which misses obviously, and we hit with a dig. And down goes Ekans. We gain 438 XP, and his final Pokemon's Eradicate. I guess all youngsters have to have a Rattata at some point in their lives, right? So we dig the hole, goes for Scary Face. Not too scared about that. We hit with a dig. What's he going to go for? Assurance. Won't do too much, I wouldn't have thought. There we go. Does 9. We'll hit with Strength and hope that takes it down. It does, and we'll probably get about 1,000 XP. 844, sorry. Well, with that, we'll carry on. See what's around here. Nothing else. Shall I press the switch? Let's go for it. Who wouldn't? Precisely, who wouldn't? What can we find around here now that we've pressed that switch? Nothing down there. But we can get... I think this room was locked off. So we can get in here to grab ourselves some protein. And then we'll come back up here and press the switch again. I can never remember which switches it is. You definitely need to be pressed. But I'll just... we'll figure it out. Does that unlock this one? It does unlock this one. But we can't get through there. Repel's just worn off, and we immediately encounter something. Well, just a Rattata, that's fine. We'll run from that, and we'll just crack another Super Repel. Oh, I bought Max Repels. For those of you that don't know, it's actually more cost effective to buy Super Repels. You get more... you only get 200 steps, but they cost something like 200 Poké-Dollars less. And it's more cost effective per step to buy Super Repels than it is to buy Max Repels. Especially in the newer games, when it's easy to sort it out. You can just it just refreshes every time that you run out. It's definitely much easier to do that, but I guess in these earlier games, it's probably better to just buy the Max Repels and not have to worry about resetting them all the time. Anyway, take up this guy here. He's got a Charmander, level 34. That should give us enough to go up a level. Oh, just off. Just short of going up another level. He follows up with his Charmeleon. Well, we'll hit this with a dig. He goes for the Metal Claw, which misses because we're underground. We come up, hit with the dig. Down it goes. That will definitely give us enough XP to go up the level. Probably about 1,000. Yeah. Get to level 45. And we will switch Burglar Aide. Well, I don't know why he's burgling. Burgling? Stealing. Oh, that was a bit silly of me. No idea what he'll be stealing around here. I wouldn't have thought there'd be that much to steal. Anyway, we find a zinc here. And we'll try and get through this door. Although I don't think there's actually anything in there. I think it's just like story, just like lore and that. It's in the book it talks about Mewtwo and Mew and all of that. So we christened the newly discovered Pokemon Mew. So yeah, it talks about their attempts at cloning Mew, developing Mewtwo. They talk about its immense psychic powers and all of that sort of stuff. Anyway, we'll grab ourselves a calcium there. Let's just quickly crack another Max Repel. And think that's all we can investigate, or we can go to at the minute. So let's press the switch again, and who wouldn't? I think that's the way that I need to go actually. So let's go up here and take on this guy. This place is like huge. Oh, I don't like it when people say, "Oh, this is like huge." It is huge. Just say it's huge. You don't need to say it's like huge. Anyway, we'll go for the Rock Tomb. It's super effective. Hopefully, get the one-hit knockout. Definitely drop its speed, even if we don't. I'm not sure why it was faster than me. Like Dragoon's speed he's blisteringly fast. So, I mean, did it outspeed? I thought it outspeeded me. Maybe use the priority attack. I can't remember. So there's a max potion. Let's see what it says in this diary. Mew gave birth. We named the newborn Mewtwo. It's a horrible thought, that really, of Mew, who's tiny, giving birth to Mewtwo, who's huge. But I guess maybe it's meant to be. Maybe it's meant to be like, oh, gave birth to the egg, and the egg was the egg hatched into Mewtwo. But I'm not a big fan of that whole, that thought process. Like, I'm more of a fan of the way that they did it in Pokemon the first movie. Oh, we don't want to be using protein. We want to be using Max Repel. In the first Pokemon movie where they showed that he was cloned from Mew's DNA. I think that's a better way to do it. I also think it'd be really cool if you could encounter Mew in the Bird Mansion. But that was, yeah, I've already gone up that side, haven't I? So let's take on this guy here. Dragoon's still out front, yep. My mentor once lived here. Fantastic. Don't think that makes too much of a difference to us. He's going to send out a Magnemite. Not sure what we can hit it with. I'm going to hit it with a Rock Tomb. I think all of my attacks are going to be not very effective, but let's just go with one that isn't flying type, because oh, he's going for Mirror Shot. That's interesting. That'll be super effective against us, but well, that did a lot more than I thought it would. At least we can knock it out with this Rock Tomb and be done. That did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Dragoon gained 628, just short of putting him up a level. This Voltorb shouldn't provide too much of a challenge for us. We'll hit with another Rock Tomb. Should take it out. Yeah, we do. Down it goes. Gets us that last bit of tasty experience. Puts us up to level 45. And so he's about to use a Magneton. Let's switch out into Kitsune. We'll get the super effective hit with the Flamethrower and be done with this scientist. So here we come through with the Flamethrower. Should take it down in one. Down it goes. And Kitsune gains a large amount of XP, 1,300 or 1,138. It's not too bad. I've always wondered who the mentor was. He says, oh, my mentor used to work here. Always wondered who his mentor actually was, and I've seen a lot of theories on it. And one of my favourite ones, I don't know if any of you have heard this, is that the person who was doing the cloning and all of that was Mr. Fuji. Some people think it was Blaine, but I don't know. I think it was. I like the thought of it being Mr. Fuji, and the reason he's taking all these Pokemon in now is because he feels bad for the fact that he put Mew through so much torture and that to clone Mewtwo. And he probably did it all for money for Team Rocket, and I just think it's a really good theory. It's got a lot. It's very founded. I can't remember all of the details to do with it. It's got a good foundation though. You should check it out. Have a look online. There's going to be plenty of places that will talk about it. So yeah, go ahead, do that. I'll see if I can find a link. If I can, I'll put it in the description down below. If I remember, I've got 3 videos that I need to record here, so that I've got the videos done for over the weekend. As I'm going to be incredibly busy this weekend, so I won't have time to record, unfortunately. So, I mean, there'll still be videos up on today, Saturday and Sunday. It's just that they're all being recorded today. So I'll be able to respond to any comments that you leave me. It's just that the the videos themselves will be pre-recorded, so I won't be able to respond to any of your suggestions in-game. So we'll come down these stairs here, round here, and take on this guy. Uh-oh, where am I now? Well, you're in the basement. It's not that difficult. Anyway, Burglar Lewis. He sends out a Growlithe. Well, we're fighting with Kitsune here. We've got 2 attacks that'll do neutral damage. We'll probably go with Dark Pulse. We might get the flinch if we don't get the knockout. If we don't get the knockout, and he gets the flamethrower, but he's going to power us up with his flamethrower anyway, due to our flash fire ability. So down goes Growlithe. We gain 660 XP, and he's going to use a Ponyta. I guess Ponyta and Rapidash would have been pretty fun to use. I've never used either of them either. I've always felt, well, I mean, like up until I guess Generation 4 with the whole physical special split, Ponyta and Rapidash never really were great fire Pokemon due to the fact they've got a really good attack stat, but their special attack isn't great. At least I think that's the case. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I thought they had a massive attack stat. But obviously, the only thing that they could... September 1st, Mewtwo is far too powerful. We've failed to curb its vicious tendencies. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? I cannot remember for the life of me. Oh, Ponyta. It could only use, obviously, like stuff like normal. It learned a lot of normal type attacks and anything that was a physical attack in the original games, but it never got its stab bonus. And I mean, with the newer games, with it getting Flare Blitz and that, maybe it's good. Haven't ever used one myself, like I said. I guess if I do a Platinum Nuzlocke, maybe I'll end up with a Ponyta or Rapidash as my fire type. I've always gone for different ones. Though usually, like obviously I said Arcanine. This is the first time I've used the Ninetales, which I'm enjoying actually. Kitsune is brilliant. She's definitely one of the top Pokemon on the team. In fact, I don't have a favourite Pokemon on the team. They're all absolutely proving their worth. I've not used a number of them before, and I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy with how the team is looking at the minute. I wouldn't change any of them for the world. But yeah, in Platinum, I've used Infernape and I've used Magmortar. And I've only played through it a couple of times, but those are the 2 that I normally go for if I'm going to use a fire type. So maybe I'll use a Rapidash. Platinum isn't... Diamond and Pearl were awful for fire types. There were basically 2 fire types the entire game. You either had Infernape or you had Rapidash. I think I played through... What was it? I can't remember which one it was. Whichever has Palkia, so I guess it was Pearl. I played through Pearl when I was a lot younger and ended up without a fire type on the team for that reason. And yeah, it was a weird design choice on their half to put very few fire types in. I don't really know why they did that, but who knows? Who knows? TM14 Blizzard, and we'll get Solar Beam down here as well. There's the secret key, so that'll get us into the gym. And we'll grab this, which is Solar Beam. I don't think we've got anything that we can teach Blizzard to. I guess, I mean, Gyarados could learn it, but there's no point teaching Gyarados special type attacks, I don't think. So we'll press that switch there, come up these stairs, Repel's effect wore off. Well, let's use another Max Repel, and we will come up these stairs here. I need to press another switch, just a second. Let's come over here. I always forget about this. You need to press the switch here. Let's press that, and then up and round here. And up these stairs, and then you just loop up here, round and down. And that is the way back out to the entrance. So back on Cinnabar Island, we'll go and heal up. Now that we've got the secret key, we will go and we will take on Blaine and his fire type gym. And hopefully get the volcano badge. 20 minutes in, I think I think we should get most of the way through the gym. I think in the future, I was talking about it last episode. I might cut the episode length down to 20 minutes. I didn't get any replies about whether people thought that would be a good idea or not, but I feel like it is a good idea to have 20-minute videos instead of 30 minutes. It means that I can get, I can maybe have 2 playthroughs going at once. I could have a Nuzlocke and a playthrough, or I could have 2 playthroughs, or I could have 2 Nuzlockes, or I could be doing anything. Like I could do a mystery dungeon and a normal game playthrough. Anything that you guys want to see, really. I think if I was doing 20-minute videos, I'd be able to get a couple of videos a day out for you guys. If that's something you'd like to see, then please do let me know. Yeah, in fact, I mean, I know my questions a day are normally about Pokemon and that, but I want this to be the question of the day. What do you guys want to see as a follow-up to this Nuzlocke? Obviously, we're getting a bit close to the end at the minute. We're coming up here for our 7th badge. After I don't know whether to finish after the Elite Four first time or whether to go through and do the extra Sevi Islands and then try and take on the Elite Four another time. It's just that involves a lot of grinding. Confused Ray because we missed an Aqua Tail, of course. It involves a lot of grinding. There is a very, very good spot where there's two ace traders. They have a load of Pokemon that give loads of XP when you beat them, but it would take me a long time to get the Pokemon up because they have to be around about level 75 to take the Elite Four on a second time. I'll probably get my Pokemon up to around between 55 and 60 to take on the Elite Four. I'm going to do the quiz. I'm going to fight all of the trainers, but I will do the quiz. Anyway, Pokemon quiz. Get it right and the door opens to the next room. Get it wrong and face a trainer. If you want to conserve your Pokemon for the gym leader, then get it right. Here we go. Caterpie evolves into Metapod? Yes, it does. You're absolutely correct. Go on through. Like I said, we're going to be taking on all the trainers anyway, so it doesn't make too much of a difference. Do you know how hot Pokemon Fire Breath can get? Did that say Pokemon Fire Breath? I think it did. So, Super Nerd Eric sends out Vulpix. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle to blow through all of these Pokemon here. Levi, let's use Surf for a bit. Let's try and save your Aqua Tail PP for taking on Blaine. So we get 480. I didn't see what his next Pokemon is. I wasn't paying any attention. Sorry, another Vulpix. Well, let's hit with another Surf. Down it goes. And we gain 486 XP. And his final Pokemon is a Ninetales. No surprises there. So let's take on this Ninetales, use another Surf, take it down in 1, and we are good to go. We gain 1,372 XP, and we defeat Super Nerd Eric. So let's come round here, and Repel's effect has worn off. Well, luckily we don't have any wild Pokemon we need to run away from, so we'll take this guy on, and then we'll go and answer the Pokemon quiz. I don't know whether... I don't know whether it just marks them as defeated if you get the quiz right, so I don't want to do that. I want to take them on and then I'll go and answer the quiz. So he's going to lead with a Ponyta. We will hit with Surf. Down it goes. We gain 1,100 XP, and next up he has a Charmander. So we'll hit with another Surf here. Down goes Charmander, 1 hit. I think Levi's going to 1-hit everything here. I don't think there's any worries about that. He's going to follow up with another Vulpix, which is fine. I feel like the half of Kanto's population of Vulpix is probably found in this gym. Anyway, we take down that Vulpix. This will probably give Levi enough to go up a level. It does. So Levi's now level 46, and let's take on his Growlithe. Will we change? Yes, we will. Let's go out to Knuckles. Obviously, I can't use Pea Shooter in this gym. I think that would be a very bad idea, but we'll go for a dig here. Should take out the Growlithe. So we dig the hole. He goes for body slam. Misses. We come up with the dig, and down it goes. One hit knockout. Knuckles gains 663 XP. Yep, she's just going to sweep this entire gym at this point. I think I'll probably try and keep her out for the rest of it. So Pokemon quiz, get it right, the door opens to the next room. Get it wrong and face a trainer. If you want to conserve your Pokemon for the gym leader, then get it right. Here we go. There are 9 certified Pokemon League badges. No, there are only 8. I think I've still got Levi out front, so we are going to just quickly switch out to Knuckles. And then we'll take this guy on here. I like using fire-type Pokemon, I just do. Well, that's good for you. That is good for you. Find a type that you enjoy and use it. I have no problems with that. Except he only has 1 Pokemon. You should train more than 1. It doesn't matter if you train just 1 type, just always have more than 1 Pokemon. Maybe I'll try a monotype Nuzlocke. Be a bit more difficult. The way that I've seen a lot of people do it is to do basically an egg lock, where they have their fans send in eggs of a certain type of Pokemon, and then when they catch Pokemon on a route, they swap it out for one of the random eggs, hatch it, and then level it up to the level of the Pokemon on the route. An ice type would be pretty cool to do. A dark type Nuzlocke would be fun to do. Let's take on the Pokemon quiz here, though. Let's see what it's going to ask us this time. Get it right, the door opens to the next room. Get it wrong and face a trainer. So, what is the question? Poliwag evolves 3 times. Technically, it does. But each chain of evolution only evolves twice, but it can evolve 3 different ways. But anyway, nope. It only evolves twice. To Poliwhirl, then either Poliwrath or Politoed, but this game doesn't take that into consideration. I know why Blaine became a trainer. Whoa, what was he before? I guess maybe there is the whole he's a scientist and he was the person who was in charge of the lab. But let's find out. Oh, our first Rapidash of the gym. Hopefully a dig will be powerful enough to just power through this Rapidash. So we dig our hole and we hit with a dig. And it is enough to take down Rapidash. We gain 1,686 XP, and what does he say? Ow. Well, that's no use. I want to see what he says. Our leader, Blaine, became lost in the mountains, but good. But good. Night fell when a fiery bird Pokemon appeared. Its light allowed Blaine to find his way down safely. What did he say? That doesn't make any sense. Became lost in the mountains, but good. Anyway, I was going to say, I was sure I hadn't read that wrong. Pokemon quiz. Get it right, get it wrong, blah, blah, blah. Are electric moves effective against ground type? No, they're not. So we'll take this guy on here. I don't feel like we're going to get to challenge Blaine this episode. We're already 28 and a half minutes in. So we'll probably take on Blaine at the start of next episode before jumping on the boat with Bill and heading over to the Sevi Islands. Anyway, he leads with a Vulpix. We're going to hit with a dig. Should take down this Vulpix nice and easy. And we hit with dig, and we do. Down goes Vulpix in 1 hit. We gain 499 XP, and he's about to follow it up with a Growlithe. That's fine. Burglar Dusty and his Vulpix and Growlithe team combo. Well, we're going to hit with a dig here. Growlithe goes for an attack and misses. No surprises there. Dig comes through. Big hit. Down goes Growlithe, and we gain 721 XP. So Knuckles is almost at the level level 46. What does this ask? Blah, 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 blah. Get it right, get it wrong. Face a trainer, conserve your energy. Then Pokemon of the same kind of level are not identical. That is absolutely true. EVs, IVs, moves, all of it. All of it can vary. Well, here we go. Fire is weak against H2O. Why not just say water? Why not just say water? Anyway, super nerd, I suppose that's why. So he's going to send out a Growlithe. We'll defeat this guy, answer the last quiz, and then we will go and we will save in front of Blaine and get ready to take him on. I'm going to use Rock Slide, save some of our Dig PP. Rock Slide's super effective anyway, it's just that we don't get the stab bonus. But down goes Growlithe. Knuckles gains 721. Goes to level 46 and wants to learn Sandstorm. Interesting. What moves do we have? Nothing that I could really get rid of for Sandstorm, I don't think. No, I can't get rid of. I can't get rid of anything for Sandstorm. 4 move slot syndrome. More to do with the fact that we've got strength on him, I guess, rather than anything else. But yeah, I like that in the newer games they got rid of the HMs. I always hated having to use up a move slot for HM, but anyway, we gain 499 XP taking on that last Vulpix. We defeat the Super Nerd, and let's go see what this Pokemon quiz over here wants to ask. Get it right, get it wrong, face a trainer, conserve your energy, get it right, here we go. TM28 contains Tombstone. No, it doesn't. I don't know what TM28 contains, but it's definitely not Tombstone. Anyway, so here we are, just in front of Blaine. We're going to save the game here. Next episode, we will kick things off by taking on Blaine. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Really enjoyed doing all of this for you. Hope you're all enjoying it too. Do leave me a comment and a like if you're enjoying all of the content that I provided. Then please support the channel. Click the subscribe button down below. As I mentioned, I've now got a Twitter account, so follow that if you want updates on when I release videos or what's going on in my life in terms of recording. Other than that, yeah, just please do carry on commenting and talking to me. I love the community interaction, so the more interaction I get, the more the more enthusiastic I am about making the videos. Anyway, I'm ProfessorOaksAide. Just remember, keep training to become the Pokemon Master you know you can become. Thank you and goodbye.